Hello YouTube, it's Sean from the Pompey Games Room here, back with another pickups video. Wow, another few months have gone by, and like I touched on in one of my last videos, I said life has been a little bit busy to say the least. Yeah, it's a bit of a catch-up video again, hopefully not going to be as long as the last one, which was like an hour and something. I'll try and keep this one pretty small, because we haven't actually got an awful lot here, but there's some good stuff here. So, yeah, I hope everyone's been well as lockdown restrictions are starting to be lifted. See a lot of people going out to car boots and charity shops. Haven't really done that yet. Just easing myself back into normal life, really. But anyway, so yeah, I touched on that life's been a bit crazy the past few months. And yeah, that is because I became a dad for the second time. So I now have a little boy and a little girl. And yeah... What can you say? You remember the tiredness and the long days and the things like that you go through the first 6 weeks of a newborn's life when you become a father again, and yeah, it's been pretty amazing. But thrown on top of that, I mean, obviously my wife was pregnant for our house move. We moved during the epidemic over Christmas when we had another lockdown. So it's, bless her, she's been through a lot of stress. Sort of, going through all this pregnancy, but yeah. Anyway, my son was born, and he's now just coming up to 2 months old. So yeah, it's been a bit non-stop, really, throwing the house move on top of that, and working from home and stuff like that as well, and a pandemic, and you can see why things have been a little bit slow on my channel front, really. Yeah, so yeah. That's the major news though. So that's the first pickup. I now have a little boy along with my little girl, who is now a toddler. How quickly time flies. But anyway. So anyway guys, I hope everyone is well, and I'm sorry if I've already said that. I said I was going to try and make this video really short. So what we're going to do, we're going to get straight into the pickups, and then I'll sort of babble along throughout the pickups video. So anyway, first game. Let's start off with a parcel, a pickup from a fellow tuber. I've got another package here from a fellow tuber, but this one has come from Gamer's Living Room, and it's from Simeon, who I used to actually think was called Simon. But anyway, his name is Simeon. I've known Simeon for years on YouTube, been subscribed to his channel since pretty much year dot, and yeah, he does a lot of different types of videos. A lot of VR he's done. Well, a lot of VR. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to call up some of his stuff here because I've actually got his channel open. He's done some unboxings. He loves his long videos as well, which is right up my alley. So I really enjoy the long videos. Sort of listen to people chat about what they're passionate about, gaming and sort of sport or anything, or music or films or pickups. Hence the long videos. And yeah, he's been around for years, like me. I think he was probably one of my first subscriptions that I gave, probably looking back. So yeah, I mean, he's got videos dating back to 9 years here. So I mean, I've been on YouTube now for about 10 years. So yeah, he was among the first crop of people that I subscribed to. But really nice guy, really clear camera work that he has as well. Really clear camera. Crystal clear vision usually on his videos, really well produced. He really takes his time editing, and he lived in Portsmouth for a little while, which I never knew Simeon. So we did have a little conversation in emails, but yeah, it was great to sort of chat to you, mate, through emails and things like that, and really appreciate you sorting me this out. So he sorted this out for me at a really good price. I did mention I've been after one. I'm just trying to see if there's anything open here, because I've not opened it because I want to open it on camera. So I've got a trusty knife here. I did mention that I wanted to pick this thing up. Now, I'll give it away here. I did say I was looking at a CRT TV at the time. And I did go see one, Simeon, because I told you I thought I'd found one. I went to see it, and it was beat. The guy really struggled to actually turn it on, and it was 45 quid. So I was like, yeah, it's fine, I'll think about it. But I didn't go for it in the end. So yeah, try and do this. So this is the first time I'm opening it. And yeah, so Simeon doesn't make many videos anymore, but when they do, they're always really well produced and really good content, and I really enjoy his stuff. So I'll watch his stuff all day long. Oh man, this looks incredible. This looks such great condition, and you might have just seen it there. but the box that way. It's good actually because I need a big box on it to send some stuff on eBay. So what we have, guys, is, I don't know whether to just show you it in this, but said I was looking for one of these. I picked up a few games. Yeah, I've got a few games actually for the unit, and wow, this is just fantastic condition for the money I paid for this as well. So, Simeon, you're the worst haggler I know. I offered you more and you demanded less for the item. But we agreed on an amount that was sort of between the two that we suggested. Usually it's the other way around, but anyway. Simeon, I cannot thank you enough, my friend. And it is the Menacer. Man, I've never ever had one of these in my collection. In fact, I have had one. If you look back on my really, really old pickup videos, I've had a Menacer gun, but I think it was in this condition. Not to be sold separately on the back there, which you're not going to be able to see because I'm filming my first video in actual daylight rather than just these downlighters, which is nice, you know. It's that point in the day where you can actually look out the window without getting absolutely your eyes burnt out. But oh man, this just looks incredible. Look at this inside, all perfectly packed. You did say the instructions were missing, I think, but it's almost criminal to get this out because I'll never get it back in. But oh, maybe I will actually. It seems to come out really, really nicely here. Man, this box is absolutely brilliant, and it is in such good condition. Oh, right. So there's like literally not a tear on the box. So I've got the Menacer controller part there, which is obviously the infrared part of the controller. Let's pop that there. And let's undo this. Does that all fold out? Looks like it does. We've got a scope here. Very nice. So we've got two of those. Very nice. Look at that. We've got two scopes. I've never opened one of these, so quite excited. This is all got it all neat like that then. And then this opens up like so. I'm going to have to stand up here, aren't I? And everything is very nicely in there until it all falls. I can feel it moving. So yeah, get a look at that. So we have the game actually in better condition than the one I picked up, so there might be one of those available. We've got the part for the scope to fix onto, which I just showed you. Got the main controller part, man. This is so cool. And obviously the back part here. So what we'll try and do is we'll chat about this, and I'll try and set it up. As he said at the beginning, he didn't want the video to go on for very long, but it's all going to fall out here, I know it. But let's try and balance out. You're going to hear it crash in a minute. In fact, I'm just going to lay it down. There you go, very unprofessional, but anyway. So, the scope, man, I remember seeing this advertised in so many games magazines. And it was like the next big thing from Sega. And obviously, everything was the next big thing from Sega. Look at that, eh? It actually fits really well. Nice, very nice. And the scope goes... So do you have two scopes on this, or how does it work? So you have... Okay, so I don't know if you have two of these scopes on here, but let's put on this one. Oh man, I've got to get a CRT. Like I said, I was really annoyed I went to see this one, and it was advertised as 60, but I managed to say to the guy, look, I'm happy to pay 45 for it if you're willing to take it. And the guy was like, yeah, that's fine. He said, do you want to see it set up before I bought it? And I was going to, it's nice actually, because I was going to ask if he could set it up for me so I could actually see it working, because 45 quid's quite a lot of money to pay for something that's older, you know. Wow, look at that. Classic. So, yeah, I'm really, really glad I actually got to test it, because it didn't work very well. And obviously, you know, marketplace is very difficult, so, you know, you can't sort of take stuff back and stuff like that. So, we have a Menacer finally into the collection. Now all I need is the CRT to go on to Wayne just here, who's still waiting for his buddy, the CRT TV, to turn up, and then I'll be able to move the camera more this way and have a game going during pickup videos. But Simeon, I cannot thank you enough, my friend. I won't tell you how much we sort of did the deal for, because that's obviously between us two. But all I'll say is it was incredibly generous, the amount he was happy to take for this unit, and he could have gotten a lot more for it. So I offered an amount originally, and then he countered with a lower amount, which, like I said, you've got to work on those haggling skills, Simeon, but actually comes apart really easy as well. I can't guarantee it'll go back in the box very easy though, but let's have a look. So, thanks to the massive generosity from Simeon, I now have a Menacer into the collection. So I'm going to look pretty cool when I have friends come over and say, do you want to play a game? Let's either get out the full body Activision controller, head down here, activated controller, which I still haven't done by the way, but I will do one day, or the Menacer light gun, or the Sega Saturn light gun. The possibilities are endless, guys. But anyway, Simeon, great stuff. Really appreciate it, mate. And make sure you go check out Gamer's Living Room. I'll put a link up here. So now we get onto the actual pickups rather than... also, Simeon, that's been here for months. So about 6 weeks, actually. Probably even more than that. It was just before my son was born. So really appreciate you sending that and me just sitting on it for ages. So anyway... So, let's get on to the pickups, and I paid cold hard cash for this one. Yes, cold hard cash, no bundles. And I paid cold hard cash for the next ones as well. But yeah, this one is a classic, and it's for a video I will be doing. Flashback TNT, if you're watching, my friend. The video is coming. You know what I'm going to talk about here, because I'm just about to show a game that's going to come from it. And that is the brilliant Smackdown, Just Bring It. The first Smackdown game that I ever played on the PlayStation 2. Now, I've got a video coming up, which Flashback TNT I've already contacted him about months ago, probably about a year ago. And this video, this game is included in it. So I won't go too much into it. All I'm going to say is this is an absolute classic, such a story behind this game for me. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, so many happy memories. It's complete, and it cost me the grand total of £1, and I'm surprised I didn't have it in my collection already. And I probably do have it in my collection, it's probably just been lost. And you know, during the house move, they all say you lose something. I have actually lost an Xbox controller, so a little bit annoyed about that. So it's going to turn up in a box somewhere down the line, I know full well, but anyway. Next one, I'm going to leave the Mega Drive stuff to the end, because obviously that's the sort of piece de resistance of the collection. So we're going to go for the Sega Saturn, and these are deals that I got from Sega Zombie, Scott Brand. Brilliant channel, was on the Retro Chef's swap shop with awful internet connection, which now won't be the case because I'm now hardwired. There was a problem with our BT service we had, called up because we were getting ridiculously low speeds, and it wasn't really something I looked into until after that stream I did with Lee. Because I do Zoom calls all the time, and I just assumed it was okay because clients never said anything, but I actually got to see myself on the video, and it was like 8-bit graphics. It was massive blocks, looked awful. So I sorted it out after that and got it all hardwired, and we've got a new hub now, everything like that, it's all sorted, and we're getting we were getting 8 megabits a second. Never really thought to actually check the speed of the internet. The second we updated it, we're now getting 140, which is brilliant for here. So, because we're right out in the middle of nowhere here, so the internet's not great at the best of times. But hopefully, Lee, if I appear again down the line, I'll have a crystal clear internet connection for you. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, I digress. I picked these up from Sega Zombie, and they are 2 Saturn games. Both in their little baggies. He's put them in baggies, the same as I do with the cartridges for the Mega Drive, which I haven't yet done for these ones actually. The first one is the classic Athlete Kings. I remember playing this to death with one of my best friends in school, Adam, and it's in just stonking condition. It's so difficult to get these cases in really good condition for Sega Saturn games because the cases just fall apart. It's fully boxed, and it's even got a Tomb Raider thing in the background here, a little pamphlet on games and bits and bobs that you can get for the system. So always quite cool. In fact, I do like going through these. So let's have a quick look. It's the Virtual Fighter Kids one, which actually lost out on a listing yesterday with that in it. So this is what it is. Some pretty cool titles on here, and you've got some on the back as well. Don't know how well they're coming out actually with the light coming through the window, but yeah, you can pause and have a look there. But yeah, so we've got yeah, some pretty decent games there. Virtual Cop 2, Fighting Vipers, Virtual Fighter Kids, never played that, but it's probably I think it's actually quite a sought after game, that, isn't it? But anyway, so Athlete Kings, really happy to get that back into the collection. Many happy memories playing this game with my mate Adam. Real button basher this, but the characters on this were so funny. Remember playing this, and you know, my personal favourite on this was the hurdles, because that was the proper button basher, and yeah, love it. Who doesn't love Athlete Kings? A game actually that sort of retained its value. Still sort of, I know so many people that when they see this game they go, oh, Athlete Kings, I remember playing that as a kid or whatever. So yeah, I'm really happy to have it. So yeah, all good. Athlete Kings. I really realised the contrast has got really funny. Hopefully that's a little bit better. It's probably because it held the game up, isn't it? Let's try the next one. No, it's not doing it now. Typical. Yeah, so next game is Sonic 3D, and a game that I spoke about on the Mega Drive years ago. I did a video on games that you love that no one else seems to like or give the time of day to. This is another one. This is the game I selected. I absolutely love this game. Find it really good, really enjoyable, even on the Mega Drive. You know, it's I try to keep my favourite games out to the front that I've got here, and obviously, you know, Sonic's, but yeah, Sonic 3D is there. Love playing that title. We've got another pamphlet in here. It's all fully boxed. Let me just scan you through these ones. In fact, this is probably what took me out of contrast a minute ago, wasn't it? So I've seen a game on the back here that I really want to get hold of, actually, and that's Manx TT. Used to love that game. So yeah, another one there, all in stonking condition again, guys. I'll put that back in, but yeah, fully boxed, manual, and it all closes well as well. So Scott, can't thank you enough for that, my friend. It did me a really good deal on that. I think all in it was £45, something like that. Yeah, really happy. Found that on the Retro Chef's stream. I purchased that on the stream, after the stream, sorry. And then obviously I got invited to come on with my 8-bit 8-bit camera settings. But anyway, yeah, so brilliant. Thanks there, Scott. Really appreciate that. Really good to get these into collection. So, wow, we're steaming through this. 18 minutes coming up to, and I'm onto the Mega Drive stuff already. Amazing. So, the next lot is the Mega Drive stuff. Really excited to get onto this, as I'm really enjoying playing through my Mega Drive games at the moment as well. So, as you've seen, I put up a few sort of a review video after 2 gameplays. Really enjoyed doing that, actually. It was absolutely brilliant to actually give these games a blast rather than having to sort of talk over them. You actually find that you can actually play the game rather than have to think about what you're going to say as well. So yeah, that's like about 15 minutes that I put up of those games, but I've got like 45 minutes that I cut of that. So anyway, the first game is, I decided that I actually want to go back and try and get in all these games into the collection, because obviously I'm a huge ice hockey fan, and that is NHL 96. Let's try and see if we can see the players. So it's Scott Eiserman and Scott Stevens on the front there. And it looks like it plays like any other NHL game on the back. We've all seen the NHL games. Just out of interest, actually, on the Xbox the other day, I finally turned it on for the first time in about, well, since moved here, probably about 6 months. Oh God, it's over that now, 7 months. Bloody hell, how time flies. And I noticed that there's a re-release of NHL 94. With up-to-date rosters and players, and it was brilliant. I played 3 or 4 games. I lost every game, but it was really good, really enjoyable, really enjoyed it, and yeah, really happy to have got that. So I'm really hoping. It's one thing that I did say a few years ago on one of my videos, actually, that I actually think the old FIFA games, the isometric view ones, would make cracking mobile phone games if they re-released them. They would make absolutely brilliant mobile phone games with up-to-date teams and stuff like that, because they've already got the rights to all the players. So it'd be silly not to sort of try and get in on the capitalise on that mobile market, and sort of release those old games with the update player rosters and logos for teams and stuff. But yeah, they seem to have done that on the Xbox, obviously on the PlayStation as well. Yeah, these the graphics on the back here look like, I don't know if it's going to come out very well, but there's new sprites and stuff that they've got for the players, which is very synonymous actually with FIFA. Can't get FIFA because they're all behind, but yeah, they always used to put their little screenshots for things they had changed, trying to justify the fact they're selling you exactly the same game. very limited they could do actually with the graphics on these, I suppose, back in the 90s. So I must say as well, actually, all of these games have cost me nothing. They came in a bundle, and I sold on the rest of the bundle and actually made about 15 quid. So I've actually been paid to take these games. So anyway, gotta love collecting like that. So NHL 96, probably the longest anyone's ever held up an NHL game in a pickups video. But anyone that knows that obviously knows I love my NHL. The next game is a game that I've already covered on my channel, and it was actually quite a good title. It's a game I covered on my Sega Nomad years ago, probably about 7 years ago now, I'd say, because it was in the last weeks before I moved out of my parents' house. But that is Wayne Gretzky and NHL All-Stars Hockey. Unlike the NHL 96, slightly different in the fact that it's obviously it's a side-on sort of view, as you can see there. It's not an isometric view, it's sort of a side-on view. And it played really well. I seem to recall the fights were really good on this. One thing is, though, I don't believe from memory that there's official players other than Wayne Gretzky. There's certainly not official teams on this, because the logos for the teams were really odd. They looked really odd on this game. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good game. Really enjoyed playing it. It's a game that's shooting up in value, actually. And it was actually, I lost out on about 5 or 6 auctions for this. I was willing to pay cold hard cash for this. Watch my previous videos, obviously you'll know that I don't like to pay for games anymore. So yeah, I was bidding for this and I couldn't win it. Just couldn't win it to save. Well, I just couldn't win it at all. I just kept losing out. And I thought I saw it in a bundle with another game right at the end here that I've been after for years, because believe it or not, it's one of the first games I remember playing on the Megadrive. Ran at my friend Gary Austin's house. And I'm just looking down at it now. I'm trying to see the year that would have been. All I can see is, so it's 1989 this was out, so it was a very, very early Megadrive game. But anyway, I digress. Wayne Gretzky Hockey, yeah, like I said, it's a really playable game, and it's quite pricey, but obviously I think that's the blue spine, because this was a very late release. I think it was about 96, 95. But it's got the 4-way play on it as well, so you can obviously play 4 players on this game. I think it'd be pretty decent if you had 4 players playing on this game. So yeah, NHL All-Star Hockey, Wayne Gretzky All-Star Hockey. So the next game is another reason I bought the bundle, and it's a really, really simple game, but such an awesome game, and one that I actually want to try and get with the additional controller ports in the cartridge, but this will do as a sort of stopgap until that time, and that is PsimanUK Tennis. I absolutely love this game series. Such a great game. Like the Micro Machines, these were obviously done by Codemasters, I believe. Is it Codemasters? Yeah, Codemasters, Sportsmasters they're called. It's fully boxed. In fact, I didn't show you when Gretzky is fully boxed as well, but that is actually it's fully boxed, but it's in this sort of stonking condition. Just to come back to it, actually, really, really good condition. It's like it's never been played. Man, I absolutely loved these PsimanUK games. I seem to recall the first one was actually better than the second, but I remember it was just mind blowing. The graphics on this, I mean, I'm holding these screenshots up. For a Mega Drive and a SNES, that's pretty decent. There's some of the game, some of the sort of gaming actions there, but oh man. Whoever doesn't love this game now to put it on, even the sound effects when I watched some gameplay back on this, just take me back to the 90s. On a boiling hot day, summer's day, when you know you've played at the park, on your school holidays, you've played football at the park 5 days out of 6. And on the 7th day, you thought, right, okay, I'm still a little bit achy. I'm just going to stay in and play on this all day. It was either that or FIFA. And this used to get so much play. Absolutely brilliant tennis game. Addictive. And another game that would make a brilliant mobile release. So, yeah, love this game. I've got to get the next one. But obviously, like I said, I want to get the one with the control ports in it as well. So I'm after the second one as well. If anyone's got any of these games, please let me know, because that worked out really well last time with the Menacer. I said what I needed, and some people said, "Yeah, I got it. Great, we'll sort something out." Really, really appreciate that. Next game is a game that I'm not too sure I'm going to keep. I'm yet to put on, but it looks really interesting, and I believe I played it on the Mega Drive Mini. Just see if it was on there, because I did give it a go. I thought, is it on there? This has taken quite a long time. No, it's not on there. So whereabouts would I have played this? Okay, well anyway, I haven't played it on there, but anyway. And that is the Lost Generation. The Generation Lost. I got it completely wrong. The other game I'm thinking of actually came in a bundle, and it's Light Crusader, and I've still got that down there. That's on eBay as I speak at the moment, but not sold. That's the one I meant. Yeah, but this is Generation Lost, and the cover looks pretty cool on this as well. It's a blue spine. It's quite a late release, probably, I would say. 1994, so not really, but it's a platformer, and it looks pretty decent, so I'm going to give it a go. I quite like my platformers, so I'm going to give this a go, just see what it's like, and if I don't like it, I'll just move it on. But let's just read about it. So, Generation Lost, you embark upon the ultimate quest. It's really difficult to read for me, this, because it's a blue background with this funny writing on it. I'm colourblind, so yeah. As the caring Manob, you are seeking to solve the fascinating enigma, exploring 6 exciting and challenging levels, mysterious troubled world. You will gather clues and grow understanding as your strange power. I can't read. So I've read most of it there, but that writing just moves around for me. So I really struggle with blue and red. If I have blue and red on the text, it's too fuzzy, and the fact is it's really small as well. All the while moving closer to your ultimate prize above all else. The truth in spellbinding strategy adventure Generation Lost is here to be discovered. So that makes no sense to me whatsoever, just reading it through. But anyway, it's a platformer. I'm just going to stick with it's a platformer. But yeah. If you are colourblind like me, the back of the box is probably not the best thing to try and read out on the screen, because you will make an idiot of yourself, which I just did there, but I'm going to leave that in. So, Generation Lost, so I'll let you know how that goes in future videos. Not too sure if I'll keep it, but it's just one of those games that came in. It's one I used to see all the time in bundles and sort of on eBay, and it was pretty decent, so we'll give it a go, see how it goes. It'll probably be awful and get moved on. Speaking of awful, so I'm keeping this one, obviously. Speaking of awful, I have this game on the SNES, and I bought that for my birthday in 2019. 2020? God, getting old. It was 2020, I think. It's when I got my, went to the Isle of Wight, and I sort of said we got the, I got the handheld SNES thing. Anyway, sorry. I got this on the SNES, and it plays better on the SNES. But this is a totally different game on the SNES. This is a platformer, whereas I believe on the SNES it's sort of an overhead, top-down adventure game. And let me just get that one out. Actually, it's up here somewhere. Jurassic Park. There it is. Should really be doing the Alan Partridge saying here, the Jurassic Park. But, so yeah, this is the SNES version, and that is obviously the Megadrive version. Holding that completely the wrong way, aren't I? So, yeah, this on the SNES, if you're going to be able to see that through the case there, this is like a top-down sort of quest game adventure, whereas this is a proper sort of, you know, side-scrolling platform, and apparently this doesn't play very well. The SNES, it's really good. So, yeah, I picked that up. I've always been intrigued by it because I wanted to play it on the other consoles, and this is actually really good on the SNES. So if you haven't jumped into that yet, and you haven't actually gotten onto the SNES version, yeah, get onto it. But I wanted to buy this just to give it a go, so it's a bit like Generation Lost, to be honest. We'll give these a go and see if they're any good. If not, they'll get moved on. The next game will definitely not be moved on because I got rid of this, and this is one of my gaming regrets. Like I said, I sold on the Strike games, and that was another pickup video. And also I sold on the Mortal Kombat games years ago. Which I actually threw on the other day, Mortal Kombat. I'm really starting to get into those. I'm so happy I got them back and gave them another go. Really enjoying playing them. In fact, they might have even been moved to the front. No, they haven't. Not quite yet, but I think these ones here, I've played these quite a lot. So we've got a Street Fighter Champion Edition, Rocket Knight, Sparkstar and Chaos Engine. I think they might be moved to the back and rested a little while. And then we'll bring the other games forward that I've been playing more. So this is a game I got rid of, and it is by far one of my favourite cover arts for a Mega Drive game, and that is Bloodshot. Such a cool cover art. So much going on there. Absolutely love this game. So if you like Doom, you're going to like this game. This is in just stonking condition. Remember, I got all this stuff for free. It came in a bundle. The screenshots are quite dark here, so I don't know if you'll even be able to make these out. In fact, that's not bad. Actually, the light actually helps with the dark screenshots. So it's very Doom-esque. It's a bit glitchy when you play it. It's very slow when the doors open and things, but I absolutely love it. And to just have a game like this in your collection with that cool cover art. In fact, I've been watching Betty Hall Clinic's Dead Before Dark game series, and so, this just reminds me of sort of some of the people that you see in Dead Before Dark, which I'm actually going to buy because I absolutely love that game. I'm not really an online gamer really for games like that, but for some reason that's just sparked my interest. I absolutely love that game. So yeah, thanks Bill for sharing that. Really keen to get onto that game when I get it. Yeah, Bloodshot, one to check out for sure, guys. I believe it's out on the SNES as well. I don't think this is just a... I mean, it's a Domark game, so it should be out on multiple systems, but one to seek out, guys. It goes for, I'd say, probably 20 to 30 quid, but it's really... It's a late Mega Drive game as well, I believe. I keep saying it's 1994, it's not, but I don't know if I've shown you that, but it's in absolutely amazing condition. So, yeah, really happy to get that back into the collection. I let that go years ago, and I was really annoyed. Now, I've got 3 games left, and I'm trying to get this video done before 40 minutes, so let's go for it. The next game is Miss Pac-Man. Not 100% sure about this one, but I do have Pac-Man behind me somewhere, so I thought I'd get this because it sort of leads to my next one, which I've been after for ages. Miss Pac-Man pretty much plays exactly the same as normal Pac-Man, I would think, but just with Miss Pac-Man. So interesting, actually. Light Crusader, which is down there. I've just opened up this game, probably for the first time, and there's 2 receipts in it. So let's have a look. So, from Game, and this is in Meadow Hall. I don't know where Meadow Hall is. And it's advertising right at the bottom there, Destruction Derby 2, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see around here. Yeah, Destruction Derby 2. So this was this game here was 1999, and it was a part exchange. Wow. Okay. So it was a part exchange. Get this. It was you might be able to see this is really faded. This you can barely make it out. This is a part exchange for a Sega Master System. Which game took off? So this game was £35, and this was part exchange for Sega Master System, which they valued at £23. They also bought Light Crusader, which is down here. So this all came in the same bundle. So this game came with it, which is actually for sale on eBay at the moment. So these two came together. They were bought at the same game store, and they were bought in 1997. So this was 35 quid in 1997. Jesus. Bloody hell, that's crazy. So yeah, interesting. If you were trading in a Sega Master System back in 1997, Game would have given you £23 for it. And with that, they bought Miss Pac-Man and Light Crusader. So interesting. Love bits of gaming history like that. So yeah, unsure if I'm going to keep this. And there's the game there. Looks like it's going to fall out. Manuals behind. I'll keep those receipts in there. I'm really psyched about that. That's really cool. 23 quid for a Master System in 1997. Be interesting to see what cash converters were paying you around that time. So this is really one of the reasons the next 2 games are why I got the bundle, effectively, because I've been after these games for ages. And the first game I'm going to share is a game that I went through with Rob on my Top Trumps episode, which we will be doing another one of soon. He doesn't know that yet. I haven't actually contacted him, but we will. Just once things settle down with little one, and he gets into more of a sleeping pattern and stuff like that in the evenings, I'll contact Rob about us doing another one. But yeah, really appreciate all the feedback on those Gaming Top Trumps episodes, guys. And if anyone wants to join us for an episode as a special guest to get their suggestions across, then feel free to comment and we'll get you booked in, because it's they're great fun to make. Anyway, it's Pac-Mania. A really underrated puzzle game for the Mega Drive. Absolutely love this, but I say that on the Mega Drive, but I believe I played this on the Amiga more than the Mega Drive. And the funny thing is, if you look on the back of the screen, I have to show you the screenshots for this because they're curved. Because it's almost like they've taken the pictures off of an actual sort of arcade cab. It's really weird. I thought it was just the copy that I had originally back in like early 2000s when I started buying Mega Drive games back. I thought it was just a really cheap print, but I've read some more about this game. Apparently it was taken off of they just took screenshots off of an arcade cabinet and put it on a cartridge and sold it. So it's made by Tengen, sorry, and it was a 1991 Mega Drive release, and I believe it was also on the SNES, but this is in just stonking condition. And the game, it's really weird, this game goes for about 40 quid on some days on eBay. So yeah, I got some, well, the bundle I got, actually, I've got some just massive hard hitters in there. I've got some Fantasy Star games in there as well, which I haven't actually put on eBay yet. So if anyone's interested, let me know. I'm planning to put this video out about a week after I record it, so they probably wouldn't be on eBay by that time. Just let me know. I'll happily send you some pictures. This game here is what I really bought the bundle for. Pac-Mania is one of them, but this is one of the main ones, and that is the classic game that I remember playing with my mate Gary Austin. That is the awesome Ghostbusters. A game that commonly goes for above 50 quid all day long easily. Such a great title, this. I absolutely love this game. It just screams nostalgia, this game. So I remember, this was a very early release, 89, I've already touched on that, 1989 this came out. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about is there's a sticker on here, which someone's spoken about this store, Microbyte. Anyone know whereabouts this used to be, Microbyte? I think it might have been Alex Blutonic78 when he was doing his Games X reviews, magazine reviews, but Microbyte. I can sort of remember him saying that, but anyway. It's such a great game. So it's a platformer. It's really difficult, I seem to recall this. And, you know, we never completed it, but you could play up to 2 players, I believe. It wasn't just 1 player. Or was it 1 player? Oh, it was 1 player. Maybe we took turns. I remember playing this. But the funny thing was, one of the main memories I have is the Marshmallow Man on one of the levels. And there's a screenshot right down the bottom when he keeps looking through the window. Yeah, but this is in just absolutely brilliant condition, apart from the P on the stuff. Are pre-owned, obviously. A little bit annoying, but it will do for my collection, and for into the collection for free. I couldn't be happier. So yeah, guys, all those Mega Drive games cost me nothing, so I'm really happy with those. And yeah, I've got a few things actually to still move on, so if people are after any games, let me know. I'll read out some of them I've got here: Mortal Kombat, Blocks, Lemmings, Light Crusader, Micro Machines, NHL Hockey 1993, Ayrton Senna Super Monaco Grand Prix, European Club Soccer, World Cup Italia. Just go on screen. I've got Thruxton. That's a I've got Thruxton. that's a motor racing circuit. Fantasy Star 4, I believe it is. In fact, I'm going to get that out because I don't know the Roman numerals. Oh, got stuff going everywhere. I have Dragon's Revenge Flashback, Pele, and these ones here. So I've got Ghouls and Ghosts, no interest in that game. Shining Force, these are all boxed, complete. Truxton, or Thruxton, the motor racing circuit, or Fantasy Star IV, no idea what that is. But anyway, they're fully boxed. These are the bigger ones that probably people are going to be after, so I'll just show you these ones. The box, that one's a little beaten, but I'll happily sort of send pictures of people, pop in the comments what ones they like, if they like any. I'm after trades as well, so happy to work stuff out for trades or just to purchase. Everyone knows what I'm after: Mega Drive games and SNES, Mega Drive, SNES. I said SNES. Saturn. That's the other one I was looking for. Sorry. But yeah, really getting back into the PlayStation 2 collecting as well. So yeah, let me know, guys, if there's anything interested. There's sort of a trades video at the end there, wasn't it? But it'll prove if people watch the end. But guys, I've kept it under 40 minutes. I'm absolutely amazed. So I'm going to make my excuses and leave now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the comments on my previous videos. Really glad you guys enjoyed the gameplays I put up. Really enjoyed recording them. And I will be back with another video soon. But until next time, guys, please feel free to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.